Do you think that we ever actually landed on the moon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that far.
Yeah. But we haven't been back.
I mean, what's the point in going back?
Yo, to check it out. I don't know. See what's on the other side of the moon.
To look at the dust,
dude. I don't. Yeah.
Yo, he's not wrong.
He's not wrong. I don't think we ever went. All right, so we're back. Got an awesome guest today. Episode 122, I think.
Yeah.
Probably on spot there. Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe, hit like, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, the whole deal. And then make sure to follow Logan Camp, who we've got in the studio today. Before we get into that, we've got Strolling for Service Dogs on April 23rd in the Garden of Reflection. It's a park, 9/11 memorial in Yardley, PA. It's from 11 to 3. We've got a dog walk, puppy kissing booth, local vendors, DiLorenzo's Pizza, games and activities, and Rambo is currently running into the camera, perfectly executed. So yeah, we expect to see everyone out there for that. It's a great cause. It's being hosted by Alpha Bravo Canine. They provide and train service dogs for military veterans with combat-related injuries. A lot of the injuries are related to TBIs, traumatic brain injuries, which come from being concussed all the time and getting blown up and explosions and stuff like that. So it's an important cause, trying to help people in need. You can help us. If you can't make it to the event, hit our Instagram story or any of us up, and we can get you the link to make donations and what have you, because everybody loves veterans and everybody loves dogs. Even this dog that's literally shaking the camera as we go right now, you animal. But without further ado, we have, I can't even do Bruce Buffer, or I would do it. We got Logan Camp in the studio. We had the pleasure of seeing him fight another friend of ours a few weeks ago in a Muay Thai fight. So welcome. We had to have him in. We tried to get both of them in here. Nick was busy-ish. Yeah, being busy training and stuff. But we got the Victor in here, obviously, and we had to have him on mainly because we talked so much shit on the podcast and left a violent YouTube comment. I forgot what we said. Maybe we can pull that up and see what we said.
Yeah.
We were like, sweep the leg. But anyway, thanks for coming out. I know you came all the way from South Jersey, a bit of a hike. So we super appreciative of you coming out.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Thanks for inviting me on this.
Yeah, that's all. So
thanks for talking shit.
Getting you motivated here. Let's get this microphone just a little bit closer. So, welcome. Have you ever been on a podcast before? No. So, I mean, at least we're your first. That's awesome.
This is my podcast virginity.
Yeah.
So, let's get into a little bit about you. Like, how old are you?
17.
You're 17? I wouldn't have guessed that.
Really?
No, I would have guessed, I don't know, 20 maybe.
I got like acne and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, we've get acne and I'm 34. Is somebody knocking on the door? What is this? Who is this? Fucking savage interruption by FedEx. They can't get their shit together these days. Delayed packages, shipping deliveries, trucking industry. Get out of here.
Keep it all in. It is what it is.
So we have Logan Camp, 17 years old, Muay Thai fighter. How long have you been training Muay Thai?
Just around like a year.
A year?
Yeah.
And was this like your first fight, second fight? Like how many fights have you had?
This was my second fight.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you think you did?
I feel like I did pretty well, especially in like the striking aspect of it.
Definitely. What weight did you fulfill going into this?
I like to stay like at 125.
Okay.
Like 125 is like my natural like fighting.
And what do they call that in Muay Thai? Like what weight class is that? Is it different than boxing?
I have no idea. I think it's like badminton weight.
Bantam.
Yeah.
Bantam.
Bantam, yeah.
Yeah. So you did, is this from the fight?
Yeah, these are some pictures from the fight.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Catch him clean right there.
Yeah, you caught him clean over the top. I knocked his head back. I know you did. You did pretty well. We watched the fight. In your first fight, did you win?
I would say I won.
You would say you won, but it was
Yeah.
like it wasn't an exhibition. There wasn't like a
Yeah, it was
a
like
win.
the same as this. But,
Okay.
But I would say I took it, but you know, I don't go in there to really do like win. You know, as long as I go in there, I'm pretty much winning already. you know?
Okay, you're showing up.
Yeah.
Do you have any goals of being like a fighter professionally or anything like that?
Yeah, I would like to go pro in MMA, but I'm trying to build up my backgrounds right now.
Okay, smart. I mean, you're still really young, so you got time. What kind of do you train like on the ground at all? Do any wrestling or any jiu-jitsu?
A little bit of Brazilian jiu-jitsu. I'm not very good though. It's like a white belt. I like,
That's
learned
fine.
how to
You're
do a
you're better
track
than
last
most
week.
people. Gilmar's a no belt.
Yeah, check me out, dog.
Yeah, dude, check him out. He's
I
outside.
fucking run fast, but that's about it.
Yeah, dude. I don't know about that.
Bro, I can run fucking fast. You kidding me? Shit. So no.
We might have to do an episode of like Logan versus Gilmar in a foot race.
In a foot race?
I don't know. You've got fresh sneakers on. Gilmar was looking you up when you came in. I know that.
He also got 17-year-old legs, so he might have a little on me. Who knows?
Don't play this. We're already calling with the excuses over here.
I'm fast. So
So how long? Like you just graduated high school not too recently, right?
I didn't graduate yet.
You're not even graduated yet.
No.
You're still in high school.
Yeah, well, I don't really go to a high school. I go instead of high school, I go to a trade school.
Okay. What are you studying?
HVAC.
HVAC. Nice. Smart guy.
mhm.
There's a big shortage of laborers these days in the construction world.
Yeah.
So
that
you'll
is
have
definitely-
plenty of job security. That's for sure. I know everyone in the construction world is hiring right now.
Yeah.
And even after they get done hiring, I think they'll still have vacancies to fill that just like people just don't exist anymore.
Yeah, definitely, because everyone's going on that path of go to high school, go to college, and I looked at that. I was like, that's stupid. Why would I want to do that? You know, I'm not going to go out and be a doctor. You know,
Yeah.
everyone wants to be a doctor. Everyone wants to go be a lawyer. You know, let everyone else do that. I'm going to go to where there's a market need
Mm.
and there's trades, you know. And even if I don't do good in HVAC, there's other trades in the school I can do.
Yeah.
You know, construction, property management, or plumbing, or whatever, welding.
Yeah.
That's
all big
awesome.
needs.
Yeah, at least you have a trade to fall back on after you're done being pro. What
If I make it, pro.
no, you have to make it now. You're on the No Prisoners podcast. We're counting on you to be famous someday so we get clout.
We saw it first.
Yeah, we had him on first. Everybody can eat it.
yeah.
Dude, that's awesome. So, how many do you have a year left? Or are you going to graduate this year? What's
Yeah, I'm definitely. Well, I hope I'm graduating this year. But yeah, it's my senior year.
Okay. That's awesome. So, what made you why'd you want to get into Muay Thai? What was that attraction?
I had no idea what Muay Thai even was. I didn't even know Muay Thai was a thing. But I was really looking into like boxing gyms and like MMA gyms. And then my trainer, he just got back from Korea. He was in there for the past like 10 years, training out of KTT, and he started his own kickboxing program. I started taking that, and then we moved on to Muay Thai. And he said eventually we'll move on to MMA, but we're
Yeah.
building up backgrounds for fights.
So, your coach is like very aware of your aspirations to like be a fighter
Mhm.
professionally.
Yeah, I'm very close with his cousin.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're kind of like coaching you through the process of training your stand up, your ground game, and everything like
Yeah.
that. Do you train on the ground there, or do you train like jiu-jitsu at a different place?
No, I train with him.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So your second fight, you've been a year in. What's next?
I have another fight on April 30th, same place.
Okay,
Yeah.
can we look this up?
Yeah.
I think it's UFC gym,
North Brunswick.
North Brunswick gym. Dang. We gotta see if this event's posted or not yet.
It's like probably like up. They usually don't post the Up in the Smoke ones on their Instagram page.
Mm.
They usually leave it's like the bodybuilders and stuff because that's what gets the most clout.
Yeah, I mean, the UFC gym up there, it's a cool facility, but I don't know how many fighters are coming out of that place. I think it's more of like a fitness
Yeah.
location than it is like a training for actual fighting.
Yeah, I think it's more for like that body fitness because there's that one dude that goes there, the really buff guy.
Mm.
They have him, yeah, right there.
Oh, dang, dude.
That dude, I mean, he's viral on like YouTube and like Instagram and TikTok and all that.
Definitely all natty. He's all natural over there.
Yeah, I've never seen this guy.
Yeah.
You ever seen him?
No.
You ever seen the videos where it's like, he goes into like pizza places or like fast food places? He's like, "What are you doing? We're training." And he smacks it out of their hand and stuff.
No, I've never seen that.
Never seen that?
Let's
No. What's
I don't
his?
even-
Is his name? Is his handle in here?
yeah, Fuel Chef. I don't know. Click on one of that dude's.
Yeah.
So click on the first one.
Or if not, I'm pretty sure he's tagged in like other posts on the page.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, there he is.
He'll like come into a place and a dude will be like eating a cheesesteak. And I'll be like, "Bro, what are you doing?" I'll like smack the cheesesteak out of the dude's hand and be like, "What are we training?" Blah, blah, blah. And I'll just like scream at people and everybody's like, "Who's this scary man?"
Yeah,
that's
so the most
crazy.
like obnoxious like muscle walk ever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you'll see him if you on one of the posts on the page. If you go down, he like walks into like the facility that right there, Christmas, that
Okay.
one.
Yeah.
Oh.
See if he's tagging this and see if we can get to one of his things.
Indio champ.
Yeah, there you go. Boy, dude,
He's
his
fucking
muscles have
huge.
muscles.
Yeah, dude, he's a big ass dude.
Yeah, I think let's just go to that third video on the top.
This one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't care if this guy knows how to fight or not. I'm running. I don't care.
I play real basketball. I play real basketball. It's gonna be none of that. You gonna have to show me. Let's go. You gonna have to show me. Let's go. You gonna have to show me. Oh yeah, man. You not playing fair. Get your ass up. Look, he's sloppy.
He seems intense.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Look, he's got like these blown up figures in the backyard and shit.
Come on, man.
Imagine how many people are looking at this guy being like, all I had to do was just yell at people for eating the wrong foods and I could have got famous.
Literally.
But so you're doing that on the 30th.
Yeah.
What do you think, like, what do you think you have to do to get ready for, you know, an amateur fight? Because once you're done doing exhibitions, like, you're probably, like, a year or two away from doing, like, your first amateur fight.
Yeah. No, I was supposed to fight amateur in Atlantic City in the beginning of April
Okay.
at the Showboat, but they wouldn't let me because I'm not 18.
And it's a casino.
Yeah, I was going to
And the
fight
gaming
twice
was-
in April.
And the gaming license.
Yeah.
We should have lied.
Yeah.
We should have just made him a fake Instagram and been like, he's 18 and a half. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's all these kids that are, like, playing Little League World Series, and you're looking at him, you're like, dude, that kid's got a mustache and trap muscles. How is he 12 years old?
He's
And then they pull out his passport, and they're like, oh, man, he's 15. From Mexico.
like, yeah, sure.
You'd be like, oh, shit. He's, like, actually 18 from Mexico, and they lied about both of the things.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you ever see that happen? They do that. They do that in the Little League World Series all the time. Like, every now and then a kid will get caught, like, not the age you're supposed to be. Like, it'll be like all the 12-year-olds are playing. And you see this kid with a mustache and stuff, and they'll be like, check his ID.
Yeah. But especially like right now, like the middle schoolers, especially in basketball, crazy. They're like dunking. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
I can barely touch the net.
Yeah.
And
That's
I'm,
okay.
and I'm
That's
like
why you're
almost
fighting
18.
and not you don't have hoop dreams.
I'm so thankful there's weight classes in fighting because this is the only thing I could do. Like I'm not big, like 5'6", 5'7" at best.
That's okay. There's supplements. You're still young. You probably go up a few weight classes over the next few years. With like, do you cross train at all, or do you just train fighting? Like, do you lift? Or do
I
anything
don't
like-
really lift that much, but I do like a lot of cardio workouts, like especially in fight camp.
Yeah. How long was your camp for this fight?
Really short, 2 weeks.
Okay.
Damn.
Is that how when you found out you were doing this event, or did you know a little bit before?
No, so my coach, he was in the UFC, so he wasn't around for a lot of like the fight camp, and I had to do my own type of training. But when he got back,
He was fighting in the UFC, or he was cornering
he,
someone.
he was cornering one of his teammates.
Who was that? Do you know?
It's Ninja Turtle on Instagram, but I don't know what his actual name is because it's Korean.
Yeah, I wonder who this is.
Ninja Turtle.
I don't know.
Uh,
Or
Anyway.
if you type in like Ninja Turtle and like UFC, it'll probably pop up.
He's shadow banned.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. Yeah, whatever.
Whatever, dude. He's obviously not. He doesn't exist.
Yeah, not a real guy. So
Not a real guy.
it's fine. No.
So what do you like? So you know you're training in April. How many more times this year do you think you'll try and fight?
As many as I can. You know, whatever promotion comes my way, I'm just gonna fight.
Just get as many reps under your belt as possible.
Yeah, especially for Muay Thai, because I'm not planning on being like a professional Muay Thai fighter. I mean, I might be, but the main goal is MMA.
Yeah. So with that in mind, like how far off do you think you'll be from being in the UFC? Let's make a proclamation here. Do you think you'll be in there by age 20?
No.
No.
Because it's probably gonna take like 2 more years of my Muay Thai to like build up, and like a couple more years for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So I don't know. I reckon I'm gonna go pro by the age of like 23.
Okay.
That's my time span.
Mm.
And whatever promotion I'm fighting under there. I mean, I doubt it would be the UFC, but if it is, woohoo.
Yeah.
But if it's not, then as long as I'm getting paid to fight, I'm chilling.
So what have you been following like the whole like Ukrainian conflict with like Russia and everything like that at all?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's pull up the NASA thing. So we were cruising around the internet earlier today, like getting ready for the show, and we found what is this? We're not paying for this.
I don't think you got to pay for it. I think you just got to.
Block some ads.
Yeah.
So it turns out there's one American on the space station and a bunch of Russians.
Oh, I did see this. Yeah.
On the International Space Station, right?
Mm-hmm.
And allegedly the leader of the Russian like space program was joking on Twitter that he's going to leave the American behind, and the team that's up there right now is expected to come back on March 30th, and the American astronaut is supposed to like hitch a ride back with the Russians, and they're joking about leaving him behind. So my question to you was, what would be the most important like skills in terms of like Muay Thai, boxing, like wrestling or whatever, if you were going to fight in space?
If I was going to fight in space, shit, probably gymnastics.
Gymnastics.
Bends all back and whatnot.
Combat gymnastics.
Yeah, combat gymnastics.
Dude, we just invented
Karate
a martial art.
gymnastics.
We could give each other belts because we just invented a martial art.
Yeah.
Combat gymnastics. I don't think that's a thing.
I don't think so
Instead
either.
of belts, we'll have like scars on our stomach. Each line represents another degree.
I like the way he thinks.
There
You
you
think like
go.
a pro fighter. Let's
Yeah.
just get tattoos and get scars. Have you ever been knocked out before?
Yeah,
Yeah. How many times?
once.
One time?
Yeah.
In training, you were saying?
It was before my training, but it was just like me and my friend were boxing, just hooked me.
Oh, so it was basement boxing.
Yeah, it was like outside boxing, and like I was just trying to rush him because he was like a taller person and I'm short, and he just
He just hit you with a hook.
laid me with the hook. I woke up on the concrete. I was like, oh, good hit. It's like, oh, my jaw hurts.
And then
but
he signed up for Muay Thai the next week.
pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, he's like, all right, I gotta get my skills up. So, apparently, I don't know about this whole space thing. Let's scroll down a little bit and see this. What's it called? Yeah, so we have been meeting almost daily for 3 weeks to ensure the safe operations on the ISS. NASA Administrator Bill Nelson said Monday in a video, blah, blah, blah. So he wants to, they're basically acknowledging that the Russian dude's joking, right? We think. But everybody at NASA right now is scrambling to make sure that there's a backup plan to go rescue this guy. And I was like, well, if he just knew how to fight. But then I was thinking, like, if you're floating around in space, like, what would you do? And my guess was jiu-jitsu, because, like, you could, I'm biased, obviously, but, like, you're floating around in space, and, like, if you could just, like, grab onto the other dude, then you could, like, employ your techniques.
Yeah, choke
Yeah,
him out.
definitely, yeah.
So I guess the moral of this story is, before Logan goes and fights in space, we need to get your ground game on. What are you thinking?
Mm-hmm.
probably.
We'll start like a whole UFC space thing up in there.
Oh my God, we're coming up with all kinds of fire
Crazy
ideas today.
Doom.
There it is.
Combat gymnastics in UFC space
In UFC space.
this Saturday night
Yeah.
on the ISS.
Try to beat that Dana.
Could you imagine like Bruce Buffer and like all the dudes just like floating around being like, I'm not. Be like, Bruce, flip back over. The camera's upside down.
He has a super cool spacesuit.
Introducing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're talking about possibly leaving an astronaut in space. And I was like, damn, this international conflict's really heating up to a new level. I don't think ever before in the history of Earth have we ever gotten in a war and we've had to like worry about like people in space.
That's so true. First ever.
Or why is it every time we have conflicts with Russia, why does it always have to end up in space?
That's because that's where we're going, man. It's the Russians. Do you think that we ever actually landed on the moon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that far.
Yeah. But we haven't been back.
I mean, what's the point in going back?
Yo, to check it out. I don't know. See what's on the other side of the moon,
To look at the dust.
dude. I don't. Yeah.
Yo, he's not wrong.
He's not wrong. I don't think we ever went.
Why go back?
Why go back? But if it was like the Russians beat us to everything else, they put Sputnik, the first satellite, up. They sent that chimpanzee up before us. What was his name? Vladimir Chimp or something like that? I don't remember what his name was, but they beat us at everything, and then all of a sudden the United States was like, you know what we got? Hollywood.
Yeah.
We're going to go to space. We're going to land on the moon. We're going to land on the moon. So I don't know about all this, but I'm starting to realize that Space Force might be necessary because it sounds like, what if we could settle the whole Russia conflict with a fight in space?
Who would be our fighters?
The dudes that are already up there.
Do we got him?
I don't know. Can we pull up like who the actual astronaut is and see if he's got stats? Yeah, Mark Van High.
See if he's got stats. He's probably spent like his whole life in like school.
Well, no, yeah, I'm just saying,
Waiting
like,
for
if he was like a Navy SEAL before he was an astronaut, we would, obviously we'd have a chance here. Let's see if we got a picture. Is that a picture of him right there? No, that's the Russian guy, Dmitry Oligovich Rogozin.
Rogozin.
Yeah, so he's the one saying that we're gonna leave the American astronaut behind. The difference between an astronaut in America and an astronaut in Russia, I think they call their astronauts cosmonauts.
Cosmonauts.
I don't think they call them astronauts. I think they're cosmonauts.
They're in the cosmos.
Send the cosmonauts.
Yeah.
Send the cosmonauts. We're going to kill the only American on board.
Jesus.
Set the precedent.
Yeah, right.
And then Rogozin also suggested that President Joe Biden has Alzheimer's disease. Oops.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that dude has apparently gotten Twitter wars with Elon Musk and Scott Kelly, who founded SpaceX. Damn, this guy's like just straight calling everybody out.
Just doesn't care.
You know what the funniest part of this whole article here is that he kind of like, it's right there actually. He was saying how that Ukraine and Russia are kind of like Tom and Jerry, the cartoon. Did you ever see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could definitely relate them to Tom and Jerry.
Yeah, the only problem with that is like that Tom is the cat and Jerry's the mouse, and the mouse is Ukraine. But the mouse always outsmarts the cat in the cartoon. Like he never actually catches him.
Yeah.
So that idiot referenced something, thought he was tough. He's like, oh yeah, that stupid mouse. The cat's going to kill him.
Yeah, but there's also that Tom and Jerry conspiracy theory that the cat's only there so the mouse doesn't die, because if they get another cat in there, it's gonna kill the mouse. So he kind of like pretends like he's on the mission, but
But he's not.
he's not at the same
Damn,
time.
there's conspiracies around every corner these days. Tom and Jerry conspiracy. I was not ready.
yeah.
I wasn't ready for that one.
I didn't know what was happening today.
Bringing the I just noticed your shirt.
Yeah.
Anything is possible.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
That's awesome. Killing it. I mean, he's got the fighter attitude.
Mhm.
I see big things for you.
I hope so.
I'm repping Trombino's hair care. Shout out to my fresh new haircut, Doug Trombino.
Shout out, Doug.
Slight fade.
Yeah, gotta keep it fresh, or my wife will lose interest.
What the fuck?
That's what it is, dude. I mean, like you're in the same boat. Your hair grows in thick and long. If you like get a new haircut, it's like spices things up a bit because then it's like, oh, it's kind of like new husband.
That's
Right.
true. Yeah,
New-
sometimes I let the mustache go a little bit, and it's like,
Yeah.
what's up? Who's this? I'm like, what's up?
Would you ever like shorten it up and make it really thin and make it just in the center
If I look good, maybe.
and just be like, I don't know.
Just crack knuckles?
I was trying something to say, but that wasn't completely inappropriate, but semi inappropriate.
Yeah.
Be like, my name is Gilmar.
The pencil thin mustache. I don't know, maybe.
We have to get the food to the concentration camps.
I gotta get hella wax in my hair and just
And just like right down the center and just
yeah.
part it.
Yep.
You just start goose stepping.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, dude.
Wear a lot of tight suits.
I'll tell you what, you're Guatemalan and they got rhythm. So like I don't know what the goose step would look like if Latinos got a hold of it. You know what I'm saying? It'd be like a little like
Like that dude from the Addams Family.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. What's his name? Fucking. No.
Nah.
Is it
Gomez.
Gomez?
Yeah.
Is it Gomez?
Yeah, it's Gomez.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
me, dog. Gomez.
He's
from
like,
Addams.
yes. Cha-cha.
Yeah.
And they
yeah,
like
yeah.
clap and then they sword fight.
Uh-huh.
That's Adam's Family is hands down one of the best movies ever.
Oh yeah, it's a classic.
Underrated.
Very classic.
Uncle Fester.
Love Uncle Fester.
Straight up. He has no hair.
No hair.
What's up? Speaking of hair, you've got the braids in.
Mhm.
You fought with the braids in.
Yeah.
Were you expecting a fight when you came here today? were you worried we were gonna jump you or something?
A little bit.
I mean, we've got like a wooden samurai sword over here we could do you up with.
Yeah, I'll just use him as my protection. Just crawl under the dog.
Yeah. I don't know how much protection Rambo is gonna be. He's a bit of a softie. We've been talking about getting him a bodyguard. He's friends with everybody.
Get him a dog vest.
Yeah.
Yeah, just let everybody know he's a threat. I actually was at a meeting the other day, and he's a service dog. So when he has his vest on, like people aren't allowed to like pet him and stuff. And we were at this meeting in a cabinet place, and I was like, the one lady was like, "Oh, he's so cute." I'm like, "Actually, you can't like just give him some space, you know? You're not allowed to pet him right now." And she's like, "What? Will he bite me?" I was like, I'm offended right now. This dude is literally the kindest little guy ever.
Mm-hmm.
She like legit thought he was gonna bite.
Like, no. Do you want me to start petting you?
Yeah.
You gonna bite?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's the weirdest thing how people just like walk up and they're just like, "Oh, we're gonna pet your dog." And I see it now that I have him. I see it people doing that not only just to dogs, but to like people's kids.
Yeah, I don't go up to people with their kids and their strollers and be like, "Oh my gosh, she's adorable," and start smacking her on the
People
head.
do that. They're like,
People
"Oh
do
my
that
god!"
to
It's like, "Yo,
dogs.
get the hell back from my child here,
Right.
or my dog." Idiots. We'll send them to space so they can fight.
Send them to space.
Yeah. Fuck them.
But the only other fighting news that we had, did you see the Kevin Holland? You know who Kevin Holland is from UFC?
No.
Apparently, this is the second time he's done something like this. Kevin Holland was at like a restaurant during like an active shooter situation,
Mm-hmm.
and ended up putting the dude with the gun in a rear naked choke and choking him out.
That boy.
And there's audio for this, I think, too.
Sushi trip.
So Kevin Holland's late night sushi trip came with an unexpected, frightening situation. Frightening?
Oh yeah,
There's-
frightening. Yeah.
Frightening?
Typo. Damn it, Yahoo.
Damn ESPN.
Mm.
Messed up. UFC welterweight went with his uncle to a sushi restaurant in Houston. Got caught in a situation with an active shooter. Scroll down a little bit, see if the audio's here, because they have like there's recording of him like talking about it. And I guess it's not on here.
Are they trying to rob the sushi place?
Yeah, so I think what happened was like the guy was there with like another
Well,
party or whatever.
I guess they transcribed the audio here. I don't know, but
So they thought it was champagne, like a champagne bottle popping. The people behind them were having a birthday party. He looked around and saw people like running away, like scared as shit. And then once Holland realized what was happening, he immediately took action to help the bystander who was grappling with the gunman. I check the corner. I see the guy grab the gun, but the gun is facing towards where we are. And he's like, I'm going to go make the move this way and get around this so I don't have to worry about it. So I go around the other side, grab a chair. I was going to smack him with the chair. And when you get to the other side, you can't see who the shooter is, the guy on top or the guy on bottom. The guy on top was mainly holding the guy's hand so he wouldn't squeeze the trigger. So we went to get the gun out of the guy's hands. But what was funny about this whole situation, so he got on top of the guy's back, got his hooks in, put him in a rear naked choke, and then he goes, my baby uncle is sitting there, and he was looking at me. He's Herb Dean with the dreads hanging back. So he calls him Skinny Herb. Yeah. And he goes, and that's when he was like literally calling his uncle. Apparently, like Kevin had him in a rear naked choke, which is from behind, single arm, and then your hand back on the head, and you're just like trying to bicep that dude's throat apart. And his uncle was literally calling it out. Like, he's not asleep. He's not asleep. All right, he's asleep. Let's go. So they stepped up. But what was the funniest part about this whole thing, and I listened to this on like a radio show beforehand, and they were talking, like, they said, like the way they announced Kevin, they're like, he has some MMA skills. Was what they're like, oh, yeah, Kevin Holland, like, intercepted it. Unfortunately, he has some MMA skills. I'm like, dude, he's champion. He's UFC welterweight. Like, he's not, like, they should have been, like, UFC welterweight professional fighter.
Yeah.
No, they made him out to be, like, just some
guy.
random black dude with some jiu-jitsu skill.
Some dude that like trains on the side.
Yeah, he's like, he trains on the side. He works in Home Depot. Like, no. I was like, what are you talking about? The news literally, like, because they were like the show I was listening to was joking about how poor of a job the news does. Yeah. And then this situation came up, and they were like, yeah, this is how poor of a job the news does. And then they went to like the press, like art, like the whatever, like the video of it. Mm-hmm. And they're like, they didn't. Did you pick that up on the microphone?
I think so. Yeah, that was fucking loud.
Yeah, Rambo was dreaming and just woke himself up.
Scared me. I thought that was some like alarm.
Yo, I was scared as shit too. I'm not gonna lie.
He literally just, I looked down and he was yawning, but like still asleep. And now he's like, yo, did you guys hear that? Like, oh my god, that was hilarious. But yeah, so they were joking around. They're like, yeah, we can't trust the news. They didn't even do their research on Kevin Holland. They just said he was some random dude.
Yeah,
joking people as a professional fighter.
It's crazy how they like reduce like the noise of like the actual stuff, and then they like boost the noise of stuff no one even cares about.
Mm-hmm.
It's like gun, sushi. Like, was it even a sushi restaurant? Can we trust this?
Yeah.
Why they not involve the sushi restaurant in the description? Like,
yeah, what sushi? Well, like, what'd they have? Was it a California roll that set this thing off? Like,
it was their local sushi bar.
Like, yeah, local sushi bar. It's like, let's get some names in here. Let's get some clout for the sushi restaurant.
Yeah, just had an active shooter in it. Like, come on now.
Yeah, let's find out. Like, do we want to go back here? Maybe we want. Like, Kevin Holland obviously frequents this establishment, so let's find out where this is so we can like get some autographs.
It's in Houston. That's all we know.
That's all we know.
That's interesting to think about how, because, you know, when you're fighting, this is something I want to ask both of you guys. I mean, you've been in tons of fights. You were starting to fight. You were in, what, two fights deep now? Mm-hmm. So when you're in the middle of combat, what goes through your mind? Are you relaxing yourself, or is it just pure instinct? Are you in your head a lot?
I'm definitely in my head a lot. I'm just like, what do I do next? What combo do I throw now? Just like, you know, it's like based off of like, all right, he bites on this. What do I throw after it now? You know?
You ever pick up on patterns they're trying to, in terms of head movement, what they're throwing at you? Interesting.
Yeah, I try to. You know, if they lean back a lot, like after throwing like jabs or like whatever, you know, jab and then like kick to the legs or something, because, you know, you can't move back if you're already leaning back, you know.
Yeah, meaning like your weight's on your back leg because you just threw a lead punch, so like you can't like a lot. I mean, there's a very few people that can change stances and things like that quickly. So like you kind of wait for someone to like throw a jab out, or you throw a jab and get them to lean back on their stance.
Kinda. I just kind of like. It depends. It depends like what their stance is and what their footwork is. I like to have my footwork like really high because I like in my fights I haven't got hit like at all, like really, but I don't know. I just kind of like go with whatever is happening, you know.
Yeah, you had a lot of like explosive offense in the fight that we watched, which was good. But unfortunately, like you were fighting Nick, and he kept tying up with you.
Yeah.
And was that frustrating for you to like every time you kind of like just got some combinations in there, he kind of was just like leaning into you and just tying up, and then you guys would have to get separated again?
Yeah, it was kind of frustrating because I wasn't that great in the clinch, so it was just like lock the head, and drop down, you know, try to prevent as much knees to my body as possible. But doing all that is exhausting, you know.
Yeah, because you're
using so
literally
much
holding
muscles.
you're
Yeah,
keeping the guy like stiff.
yeah, it's just like now I'm gonna be exhausted this entire fight. Like right after this, I was like right, every time we would clinch, like on one of the clinches we both fell. I just like fell. I'm just like on the ground, like not even like paying attention to life. I'm just, and then like the refs like rolling me over off of Nick. Like, I'm sorry. I'm just exhausted.
Yeah, it was you looked good towards the end. You definitely looked less gassed than he did. Do you think that's just because like your strategy was different, or do you think like you were just prepared, like your cardio and everything like that was better for this event?
Now my cardio wasn't where I wanted to be at all because I had a really short fight camp, so my cardio wasn't like it wasn't going to be built in by the time I was getting ready to fight. You know,
Usually, how long does it take you to like get your cardio in terms of like weeks? Like how many weeks do you like would you prefer to have?
probably like 4, but probably like the prime.
Are you starting to get ready for the 30th now?
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing for cardio right now?
So we started doing these Red Robin rounds
Okay.
where you get like a new guy every second,
Mm.
and it's like 3-minute round, or not every second, like every minute, and it's like 3-minute rounds. So I did 10 of them, and it's just brutal.
Mm. And those guys are like your same skill level, or they, you know,
Yeah,
better?
yeah, same skill level, just different weight class, which makes it even like harder because like when you're like sparring a dude that's like 250 or 220, and I'm like 120, you're gonna feel those hits a lot more.
Yeah, I mean, he could miss a punch on you, and just getting caught by his forearm or like his bicep or something could rock you up.
Yeah, I'm usually like the lightest person like in the gyms I go to, so it's just like it is what it is. Especially the clinch is terrible, just because everyone's bigger than me, so they're all like try to like out muscle me.
And they just pick you up.
Yeah, where they go behind like my waist and like dump me.
Mm.
That sucks. I hate that, but it is what it is.
Yeah, being a little dude.
But I have like appreciated it a lot because it helps me a lot more, just like in general, you know.
Yeah, well, they say in BJJ, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, for those not following, you for every weight class that you go up, you need to be like one or two belts above that person in skill. So like if you're a blue belt and you're, you know, fighting at 165, like you have to, but like you go up against like a brown belt who's, you know, 125, that 125 should be able to take you. But if you go up against like somebody closer to that weight, your weight becomes more of a factor, and it's less about skill than it is about, you know, because like you could be the best black belt in the world, and
not be that strong.
And like The Rock comes up and grabs your fucking throat.
Yeah,
like,
or that dude that we saw in the UFC thing. Just,
it doesn't matter. Like you have to raise your skill up, and it's interesting to see. Like I wonder what that same like transfer is in stand up, like in boxing and Muay Thai. Like how much better you have to be in order to fight somebody that weighs more than you.
Yeah.
Because I think at a certain point, like if you know, weighed 125 or 135 and you went up against like a heavyweight,
it would be terrible.
It'd be a nightmare. But if you had been fighting your whole life and you could move around, like you could, but like all it takes is one punch from them. So you got to tire them out, and then like so it doesn't. I don't think it's the same.
Not even that. Like the bigger guys on the Muay Thai end, like their legs are crazy, and you know Muay Thai, there's a lot of leg kicks. You know, I got like tree branches, they got tree trunks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like my legs ain't like sustaining 1 or 2 of their big leg kicks, it's just not gonna work.
Do you train, like, have you been training, like, your bone density at all, like kicking things that are heavy?
Yeah. So before I started training, I actually broke my leg in a fight.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, it was.
Like
I hated it.
sparring or like?
No. I had some like legit like beef with some kid in high school.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
High school fights. Now we're sitting there. Let's get this going.
And we were at the mall, the Deptford Mall, and we're outside of Boscov's.
The Boscov's Royal Rumble.
And I still hate this guy. I mean, I don't really hate him, but I just dislike him.
There's plenty of hate here.
Yeah,
I'll
it's
hate him
fine.
for you.
And there was a hole. So I was low-key winning the fight. I hooked him. He dropped to the ground. I started rushing him. He grabs me and he falls on me. But my leg is stuck in a hole. So my body falls, but my leg stays in the hole.
In front of Boscov's?
In front of Boscov's.
Dude, we got to get this hole fixed.
Yeah.
They should have had the
They
hole
should've
fixed.
sued.
The fight was scheduled.
No, that's what made me mad. They had it fixed after that happened.
Yeah. So technically you won on technicality.
Yeah, on technicality.
You're like Conor McGregor. You came into the fight, you broke your leg, and you just had, like, the fight just had to end. Was it a bad break?
Yeah, I fractured my tibia and my fibula.
Oh my God. Was this kid, like, huge, or was it just like the way your foot got stuck?
No, he's just tall and skinny.
Yeah, all right. So if we met this kid, we'll call him Brad, so we don't shout him out on here unless we're doing that.
His name is Matt.
Oh, Matty Matt, we're coming for you.
Yo,
Yeah.
dog.
Does he have any skills, or what's going on here?
No, he has no skills.
No.
That's no skills.
He's in welding. He's one of those kids.
Yo, one of those welders.
Yeah.
Is there like a what's the deal with welders? Let's hear about this.
Hate them all.
Yeah.
Hate them all because they all just hate me for some reason. And then they want to like talk all this shit. I'm like, all right, let's do something about it. And then they all run to counselors. And I got to deal with them. And just like, all right.
All right. So it's like we're going to become a professional fighter
Yeah.
so that one day you can look back and be like, where are you guys at?
Yeah.
Just
so
welding.
When I'm not, I can like be like, well, I fight. You don't. But if you want to fight, I'm here. Just get it going. I'm ready.
I wouldn't be opposed to like waiting until all these kids get to 18 years old and just hosting a backyard rumble. We'll make sure all the holes are filled in.
It's not even that. It's the guys and the girls in welding. They all hate me.
Oh man.
Damn, welders against you, dog.
Female welders.
Oh my God, I want to kick her in the head.
A particular female welder. Are you sure you're not like?
One.
Are you sure you're not like into her?
No.
Definitely not.
She looked more like a man than I do, but she just.
Oh my
Oh my God, I would destroy her. But she always like talks about how she's gonna put me in the hospital, break my leg. I'm like, when?
So they fall back on the incident. They're like,
Yeah.
"Yo, I'm gonna break your leg again."
Yeah, they all. This happened like 4 years ago,
Oh.
freshman year, and I hear about it every day from the most unskilled people I've ever met in my entire life.
So you're the broken leg guy.
I'm the broken leg guy.
Wow.
Oh my God. So now we're getting some insight onto your professional fighting motivation here. You have to outwork your reputation.
Yeah, and now their excuse is you only learned how to fight because you broke your leg.
Oh my
Like, bro,
God.
I can't win with you.
Yo,
Yo.
kids are brutal, man.
Dude, we should come up with like a fight. Like your fight name should be like Stanky Leg. No, Logan the Leg Camp. You should just double down on all the hate they're throwing and just be like, all right, cool, thanks. You just gave me a fight name. I'm Logan the Leg.
Logan the leg.
Or Leggin. Do they ever call you Leggin?
Call me the legger.
The legger.
Whoa!
That's a little
Too
closer.
hot. Too hot.
The legga, you mean?
Yo.
That way.
Oh my God. This is getting dangerous.
Oh, shit.
I'm saying nothing.
Yeah, so would you say that you love to fight?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is that, oh shit, look
Well,
at
it's
that,
just
Andrew.
like fun because like, it's just boom, 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 boom. But
People don't necessarily understand that have never fought before.
Mm.
What and maybe it's just like
it's addicting.
a mentality. Like some people have it, some people don't. But Gilmar seen me wrestle before, and I got smashed by this German dude, And like he fucked me up even harder because I was laughing at him as he was beating my ass.
Was it because he was like talking while he was doing it? You're making
No,
fun of his
I was in a weight class I shouldn't have been because I thought I was good enough to be in the weight class. And going back into my previous statement about being in weight classes and not being good enough.
Yeah.
We learned that lesson the hard way. And yeah, this German dude, it was my third match, like back to back. We tied up and like I just felt his strength and just like his size and I just laughed. And then like I tried to shoot in a single leg and he just like grabbed my gi and tried to turn me to my back, and then like eventually he got back take, got me in a body triangle like with his leg, like his like calf muscle was across my torso and he had it locked.
They start squeezing
and he literally was just squeezing me and I was going to be able to fight it, and then he just started getting the choke in, and like the whole point when you're in like that position, you want to get your body on, like you want to try and turn your weight to the outside leg so you can kind of like pin it to the ground, because like once that leg's pinned to the ground you can kind of like turn in on him. And he was so strong that I literally was like throwing all my weight to the one side, and he literally just got me in a choke, and I had to tap.
Yeah. That's
So I was like, and I still thought it was funny. I was pretty sure I was bleeding from like the previous match.
Yeah.
And I was just like, yeah, sorry for bleeding on your gi, big guy. See you later. And then, yeah, it was a good time. But I think people are worried. I mean, getting hit in the head and getting knocked out does have its long-term repercussions that you have to be like,
I guess, but like, you're only gonna live once. Like, your brain's not gonna be good when you're dead. So who cares?
Yeah, let's get it done, right?
I mean, I'm not like gonna be like some heroin addict or popping pills, but like, I'm gonna do what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anything
is possible.
Yeah, bro.
Anything is possible.
Look at that, bro. Life imitates art.
Dude, that fucking shirt, I can't get enough of it.
It's a great shirt.
Did you plan that shirt to come on here? You're like, there's going to be a camera. I'm going to wear something fresh.
I got compliments on the shirt before. Fuck it.
Yeah, it was definitely a hit. Good move.
Yeah, I got compliments on the two things I get my most compliments on are shoes and my shirt. So those are the first two things that y'all said. I was like, yes.
Yeah, I complimented his shoes and you got a shirt.
Yeah, Kilmer's a little sneakerhead. Retired sneakerhead.
Retired, yeah. I'm retired.
He's not fully recovered yet. He still has all his sneakers.
Yeah. I'm out the game, but,
He doesn't hustle sneakers anymore, but he still has them all.
Yeah, I still have them, yeah, mostly all.
It's like a bad Pokemon dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I guess as your brother from another mother, that's whiter. That rhymed, right? I'm proud of your sneaker collection. It could be worse.
It could be worse.
You could be collecting like Yu-Gi-Oh cards or some shit that doesn't matter.
Yeah,
but then again, you like all the kids that we grew up with that kept their Pokemon cards are now flipping them on eBay for tons of money.
Yeah, I wish I still had my Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
$30,000 like Charizard cards.
Dude, I remember when my younger brother and I had like, or my only brother, I don't even know why I said younger brother. We got Pokemon cards as a kid. I got like one pack, and I was like, "This is dumb. This is stupid. Like, what do you care? Like this Charizard, but you got to get like a chameleon and just morph him. Like, the hell are these holographic cards? This is dumb." My brother's like, "I'm gonna collect all the cards. I'm gonna keep them in pristine condition because that's with everything." He just like, "I'm gonna collect it."
Yeah.
And I was like, "This isn't gonna be worth anything someday. Throw your cards out." And I'm pretty sure I convinced them to get rid of his cards or something, or he probably like traded them to some other kid for some crazy bones or something.
Oh shit!
And
He hates you now.
He's probably like, what the hell? I could have been rich.
Yeah, he could have been.
Like, we didn't even play Pokemon, the game Pokemon. I know there's like a way to play the cards again. Like, never once. They just collected them and looked at them.
Same. The only card game I ever played was Yu-Gi-Oh. Never played the Pokemon. I didn't understand it. I just thought the cards were cool.
Okay, stop.
But what?
You played Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yeah.
What is Yu-Gi-Oh? Is it like dragons and shit?
Oh, you don't. Oh, yeah, of course.
I just know the name Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't actually know what it is.
Yeah, so it's like, shadow monsters and fucking different kind of monsters and fucking fairies and shit. And you just have cards. They have attack power, and you can morph some of them. You pick trap cards, magic cards. It was actually a lot of fun. That's like what I did with my cousins and my close friends in school and shit.
I know how to play Go Fish.
Oh, shit.
There you go.
Dude,
there
trapping
you go, bro.
there. So I just picture a bunch of like young Gilmars walking around Trenton, just like throwing dice and trading Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Yeah,
you guys just like on stoops, just like battling.
Bro,
monsters?
anywhere. Yeah, the cool thing is that the cards that when you would buy a deck, it would be a deck of I think 50 or something. It would come with a little playing mat, so you could lay that out and then basically play on that. It was a little fold out.
Oh, so you didn't have to play on the ground.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna keep my cards in pristine condition someday.
Yeah.
These will be valuable.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sell them to one of the Paul brothers.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to all my cards. I remember one time we went to a Bible study. I used to go to Bible study classes because my mom kind of raised me Catholic and shit.
Kind of.
Yeah.
You were raised Catholic.
No, I was definitely raised Catholic. And then I remember the kids there, we took our cards, and we were playing, and then the lady gave us so much shit and said the cards were from the devil and this and that.
Yeah, they were, dude.
Yeah.
They're demons and shit.
Yeah, well, fuck that lady. And then she told my mom to take them away from me. My mom was like, I'm not going to do that. I was like, yeah, fuck you. And then I stopped going because of that.
You literally stopped going to CCD because of your Yu-Gi-Oh addiction.
Yeah, because you can't fucking kill kids' happiness like that. Fuck out of here. Like,
Yeah, I remember we would go to Sunday school, and my brother's maneuver would just wouldn't get out of bed. He would just make us incredibly late. And then we would go to the later service, which was even worse because he'd get out at like lunchtime. And he'd be like, dude, half the day is blown. We're not going to be able to, skateboard as 2 more hours today.
Yeah.
And so my brother's technique would just be he would just stay in bed. And then like my mom was like still is a pretty little lady. And my brother would just like use all of his weight and just make himself the most heavy child in the entire world and just be like, if I don't get out of this bed, we won't go to Sunday school.
Yeah.
So I started to catch on to the maneuver, and I would just back him up. I would be like, Mom, dude, like Timmy's still asleep. We're gonna be late. And then eventually she just gave up the fight. But my young brother, young Timmy was a bit of a problem in Sunday school. He would ask questions, and they would get into, and they hated that. And
Question.
yeah, it was hilarious. He'd be like, so I get this whole like Genesis thing. Where did dinosaurs come into this story?
That's great.
Yeah, and they'd be like, listen, that's like a story for another day. And he goes, well, it seems kind of relevant because you got 2 people walking around naked in the forest and no mention of the dinosaurs. Like, when did the dinosaurs come into play? Like, did God kill all the dinosaurs to bring these? Like, and he would just derail the whole class.
That's
and
great.
we weren't in the same Sunday school class. But we were in the same Sunday school class because he was such a handful that they were like, he just has to be with his brother.
Yeah.
So then he would get into my class, and we would just ask, like, it would just excite me all up. And then I'd start laughing at him, and then I'd be like, yeah, what about fucking T-Rex, dude? You guys just wrote him out of the Bible? I don't know if I believe this anymore. Like it was supposed to be my brother would study how many millions of years ago the dinosaurs were. So he was like, all right, so Jesus was 2,000 years ago. The dinosaurs were how many years ago? And they'd be like 4,000. My brother goes, no, that's not the case. That's not the case. The millions of years ago. He'd be like, this whole thing doesn't work.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, the dinosaurs brought down Jesus.
Yeah, I got kicked out of youth group when I was younger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Henny ain't no thing in youth group.
Mm-hmm.
It was so I was like 5 or 4 or whatever.
Oh, young.
Damn.
Young.
I was a menace when I was like 5 or 4. I would run around with the hammers and whack people.
What
It was
Oh,
so,
Jesus, you sound like Chucky.
Well, because it was there for me. Like there was just tools everywhere, so I was just like, all right, hit people with them. I don't know how to use them, but no, I got kicked out of youth group because I figured out how to like roll my eyes backwards when I was like 5.
Can we do this still?
No,
Okay.
it hurts too much.
All right, cool. Because I was gonna be
I
like,
can do a little bit.
this
But,
demon worshiper.
yeah, I'll go up to like the other kids and be like, praise Satan with my eyes rolled back
Oh
and
my
shit.
God.
And she wasn't having it. Sister, whatever her hell name was not having it.
Sister Mary Beth was like, nah, this Logan gentleman, he's going to hell.
He's breaking his leg someday.
Yo, Jesus is gonna spite you in front of boss cops when you're 14 years old. You're going down. Jesus will come for you.
Oh man.
I was 14 too.
Yeah, that's quick math for you. You
Look
said
at
you were a
that.
freshman.
Quick maths.
Quick maps.
Damn, dude. So back to the Kevin Holland situation. If something was popping up, do you eat sushi?
Yes.
Okay, so that's the first thing the first obstacle we have to get over for this story, because some people are like, sushi, gross.
Raw meat.
Raw meat. Would you have done this? Would you have been like, oh man, active shooter?
No. I don't care about anyone in there. I'm getting out. Like,
Yeah.
me first, sushi second.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Honestly, I would probably start like getting a box, taking as much sushi as I can.
Wow.
Let him do his thing. He's there for the money. I'm there for the sushi. Take a box to go. Over. You know?
Take
Yeah,
advantage
you'd
of-
be like, don't mind me. I'm gonna get this tuna roll.
He's not there for the seaweed. Like he's there for money.
Money or
Whatever it
possibly just like you got in an argument with somebody maybe.
Mm.
Yeah, about chopstick or something. I'm there for sushi.
What if he was like, dude, where are the forks at? And just started like pulling his piece out. I need a fork. And they're like, no forks here, sir.
No
It was chopsticks only.
chopsticks only.
You want soy sauce? Oh,
Yo, racks it up.
shit, dude.
Oh my god. Would you have done that?
Would I have?
What Kevin Holland did?
If you were there,
Aw.
I think it depends on the situation. I'm not opposed to like putting myself in harm's way to like make a move.
Yeah.
If my wife was there, that would play into it. If it was me and the boys, like if it was me and Silas, like probably Silas and me are going to probably take another bite. And then like one of us would probably, he'd probably give me the nod and I'd,
Probably light him
maybe
up.
do some, yeah,
Get low.
yeah, probably. Honestly, Silas would probably just shoot him.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
He'd probably be like, "Oh, yeah,
yeah,
you're in
exactly.
Houston. Nobody else had a fucking gun there.
That's true.
Like, why did Kevin Holland have to
It's
put him?
Texas.
He shouldn't have had to put himself. First mistake. Where was your gun?
Mm-hmm.
You're in Texas. It's the greatest country on earth.
Mm-hmm.
So, I've put myself in harm's way before, and it got like, unfortunately, the situation got even more out of hand. We were at Pat's Steaks, and this is a few years ago. I think it was my birthday.
Pat's is good.
And my brother was there, like Big Rob was there. We had my buddy Joe, like a bunch of people were there, and we're in line, and like a bunch of dudes have this guy like on the ground, and they look like they just beat the fuck out of him. And we're like, whoa, let's let this guy up, Well, like actually, the situation got out of control on two different levels because the first thing we made the mistake of is helping these people let this guy not get his ass kicked. And then as we got closer to the register, the window, like the glass, like in front of the register there was completely blown out. And then we start like listening to people talk, and they're like, yeah, that guy just took his girlfriend's head and put it into the glass. So my buddy Joe was over by the condiment section, and this guy's like kind of over there now.
Mm-hmm.
And my buddy Joe's like talking to this girl that he knew. And I walk over and I like whisper in Joe's ear. I'm like, yo, this guy allegedly that we just saved. Allegedly, he put his girl's head into that glass back there. At which point that guy who we saved locked eyes on my buddy Joe and was like, you're the fucking guy. And he wasn't the guy. This guy was just wasted, right? So he like grabbed my buddy Joe's shirt, and I'm behind Joe. And I'm like, do I fucking just drill him in the face, or what are we doing here? So I just sweeped both of them, him and Joe. Unfortunately, he was a casualty. I just stuck my leg out, grabbed that dude, and just like slid him over my leg, put him on his back. And then Joe was on top of him. I was on top of Joe's back, and I was just screaming, roll him over onto his face. Like, so we're just going to roll this dude over.
Mm-hmm.
And I got his one arm. We're trying to grab him. He's a pretty big guy. We get him. Mind you, my brother's like running like perimeter here. So I knew like if something else was going to happen here, it was going to be taken care of very quickly. And then we have Big Rob there, who's like fucking 6 foot, million feet tall.
Yeah.
He's just like going to grab somebody. So I'm like, we have we have coverage.
Yeah.
So I'm like already kind of looking around to see if one of this dude's buddies are going to like sleep us while we're trying to do this. And we get him like halfway rolled over, and I just like have to take his face, and I grabbed his ear and just kind of like slammed his face against the concrete. We're holding him down. And this kid comes out of nowhere and just this like hippie looking dude with long hair and just boots the dude in the face as we're holding him on the ground. So I grab, like, as that dude kicks him, he's coming in for a second time. I kind of grabbed the back of his calf muscle and just his jeans and just like yanked on him and dropped him on the ground. And then he just like, I don't know what happened to him. He got up and like ran away. And so then we're like holding this dude on the ground. It's taking a lot of work because now he's in push-up position.
Yeah.
But that's a better than having him like on attack position. And all of a sudden, a female police officer, this little black lady, runs up behind us and screaming at us to let him go. And I'm like, no, like we're not gonna let him go. So she keeps screaming. She's got her hand on the fucking gun, screaming, and I'm literally like, all right, you know what? We're going to let him go. I grabbed Joey, and I just literally just yanked my buddy Joe off of this fucking dude. Because Joe's at this point gone into psycho mode and wants this dude to die. And I'm like, so now I'm yanking Joe off, and we let the guy pop back up, and he immediately tries to punch this police officer in the fucking face. In front of everybody at Pat's Steaks. Right? Immediately tries to punch her in the face. And luckily, the 5'0" police officer was partnered with 6'6" something big white fat police officer. And that dude just literally just took his whole body and just like ran at the dude and just like slammed him into the side of Pat's. At which point I just like pick Joe up. I start buttoning his shirt back up. He's covered in blood. My girlfriend at the time's like in the car, like behind the building. So we walk around back in the building, get in the car, and we're like, we got to leave.
Yeah. We can't be here.
And she's like, why are you guys all like? I'm like, leave everybody behind. They'll find us. So we just drove around the block, picked everybody else up. They got the steaks, and we left. And she was like, we almost made it the whole night without a fight. Like,
Almost.
But I remember like after that, the next day, Rob was like texting me in the morning. He was like kind of messing with me. He's like, yo, dude, you see the video? And I'm like, oh, shit. Somebody filmed it because like cell phone video cameras were like just starting to become a thing. Yeah. And my brother's in the kitchen like making a sandwich or something like that. I'm like, yo, Tim, there's a fucking video. And he's like, no, there's not. And I'm like, what are you so confident about? And he's like, dude, I was like looking around, making sure nobody was filming. If somebody was filming, I'd smash their phone off the concrete. You think I'm stupid? And I was literally like, oh, good point. Text Rob back. I'm like, full of shit. My brother was there. But after that, I kind of like, there's that. And then like any sort of like shooter situation, like say this dude has his gun out and you're like a good Samaritan and you pull your gun out and Glock this dude as the cops are running in, they're going to shoot you. Yeah. Even though you're like the good guy. So you kind of have to like, if my wife was there, I'd probably like, you know, dip out pretty quick. Like it depends on like if we were in, like if he was in between me and the exit and I had an opportunity, like, you know, young foolish me might kick in. But otherwise I'd probably try and go out back through the kitchen. Yeah. That'd be my first move is like out the kitchen, out, because every kitchen has like that back door that they throw trash out of. And that's usually like in a situation like this, you just go through the kitchen. Yeah. Because everybody in the kitchen's like, you just put a bunch of space between you and that person. Nobody goes through the kitchen. I go through the kitchen. Yeah, exactly. And now everybody listening to this is going to go through the kitchen. So I guess my strategy is a little less.
But we're helping people.
Yeah, we're helping. You know, we save innocent lives.
Yeah, I had like a similar situation like that in school like a couple of months ago.
So, oh, Jesus.
Like right in like literally right in front of me, like from like our distance. And some kid just comes up behind the other kid and just clocks him in the head. And now I'm like looking back on it, I should have like helped separate or like at least like got the kid off of the other kid. No.
Yeah, my first instinct. I've been punched doing that though.
Yeah.
Like separating fights.
Yeah, no, my first instinct was to pull out my phone and I literally screamed on the top of my lungs, "World Star!" And my friend's like whacking me. Like she's like this little 5-foot girl. She's like whacking me. She's like, "What are you doing? Help!" I'm like, "No, I don't care. Let them fight." Like,
yeah, because the thing is with fighting, especially in your ripe age, is that sometimes you need to fight it out. Sometimes you just need to scrap it, and then like, you know, hopefully you don't break your leg or anything. But like I've seen people like months of shit talking build up into a fight that's way disappointing, and then everybody's friends afterwards. Yeah. But like if they didn't ever fight each other, even if it's a joke of a fight, it would have just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And next thing you know, you got like a 12-on-20 fight at Tyler Park. And yeah, or you got to fight in front of Boscov's. But Logan the Leg Camp, you're a trained fighter now, so you just got to like, I don't know.
Yeah. Are we going to watch the fight?
What fight? Your fight? Mm-hmm. Can we?
Yeah, it's on my Instagram. I have it on YouTube.
Let's watch it. Let's watch some of it.
I didn't know it was on your Instagram. It's pretty cool.
It has I got one comment with a blue check mark. I was pretty happy about it.
Hell yeah. Is it this?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, so right off the bat,
Yeah, just kind of toying with him a little bit, jumping around, kicking, having my hands down.
and you're in the white shorts, right?
Yeah.
Nick came out real aggressive.
Yeah, he did.
Your hands are like low in the fight though. You didn't keep your hands up. Were you just kind of like feeling it?
No, I was trying to toy with him.
Oh.
I was trying to see what he would throw because I'm more of a counter fighter. I was just trying to teep to the head. And then, here we start with this bullshit. I fucking hate this. all it was is just get this behind the neck and just slowly go down. I'm like, just prevent.
And you couldn't pick anybody up in this exhibition. You're not allowed to lift anybody, right?
You're not allowed to, but I did on accident.
Yeah, see right there, you
Yeah,
caught him with the
nice.
left.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get in this corner. I did land. Yeah, this is when I start switching levels. Big body, big hook.
Yeah, you threw straight to the body and then came in with the right hook.
Back to this.
Yeah, the one point that you both fell down, you look like you guys like slipped on something.
Yeah, I didn't mean to grab the rope either.
It happens. It's a fucking rope that's in front of you.
Boy, I would have gave that to him.
Yeah, that was okay.
So that's my family in the background, all on the right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't you let your family down?
No, I cannot. And then all
So you just did like a little hop step. There you go.
yeah. Well, I was trying to raise his leg and then sweep the other one in the back. That was a little setup. Because usually they check kicks. And
Nice.
bullshit need.
Yeah, you were doing a lot better job breathing than he was.
No, I was gassed. Like I
You
was
were gassed, but,
the
like,
entire fight. pretty
Nick
much.
was like, it didn't look like he was breathing at all.
Where were you guys at?
We're literally, see
To
this
the
dude
left.
with that white shirt and black shirt right there? We're like right there.
But you're in
Your corner.
my corner? Yeah,
Mhm.
that's where all my friends were. No, but I was really happy he just like stayed in there. Like I was really happy he didn't give up in the fight.
Did that happen before to you? Like people give up?
In sparring rounds, yeah.
They just don't want to keep going.
Yeah, but it is what it is. People have their limits.
So what is your coach saying to you right now, like when you're getting in between rounds?
He's like, try to prevent the clinch. They're obviously trying to clinch. And I was like arguing with him, like, what am I supposed to do? I don't know what else to do. And then
Ooh, that was the one that got him right there.
Yeah.
That straight shot to the face.
side kick. I guess I was trying to taunt. I don't know what the hell I was doing.
You definitely got style points.
Yeah.
I mean, I try to throw some type of like entertaining in my fight style.
So like
I
you're
get
there to
points.
put on a show.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
People-
Sean
You
O'Malley.
just checked his kick. There you go.
Sean O'Malley Jr.
Sean O'Malley Jr. No, I'm not changing my hair to rainbow.
Yeah.
Yeah, here I was like insanely gassed.
You just
Oh.
caught him with a roundhouse.
Yeah.
Switch kick, yeah. So yeah, my cousin's recording. He's trying to get like a better angle. He's asking people like to move and whatnot. So my cousin that's recording right now, he has a title in boxing right now too.
What does he hold?
Some boxing. It's like some promotion, some amateur promotion.
Oh, okay. So it's an amateur title.
Yeah,
What weight class?
like 180.
Okay. What just boxing though, not kickboxing.
Yeah, no, he's like 37. Boxing like is
37 amateur boxer.
yeah.
Jesus, getting after
Robert
it.
the Genius. Yeah, this is when I'm like tired. I'm I'm just like, is this done yet? The hell.
How long were the rounds for you guys?
2 minutes.
So you had 3 2-minute rounds?
Yeah,
How long did it feel?
It probably felt like forever.
felt like forever. And then here I was just kind of pulling him. I was like, you can't knee me if I'm pushing you and pulling you. So
Yeah.
and he gets his leg stuck. Something.
Oh.
Then we both fall. Now so after this, I hit him with like a head kick or whatever. But then we clinch up again, and I don't know how I fell. Cause I'm like,
You just lost your footing.
yeah, and
Because
like,
your one foot was like up in the air when you went down.
yeah, and like the whole fight.
There's your family shot. Got the family clapping. Everybody's good.
your.
Third round. So what is he telling you going into the third round?
I have no idea.
Same
to be
thing.
honest.
At
Yeah,
that point, you're
the same
probably
thing.
just, your head's probably just, all you hear is your fucking veins.
Yeah, well, it's mainly because the headgear, it covers your ears. You don't
Yeah, and
really
it makes
hear
your,
nothing.
it makes like the pulsing of your brain, like you feel it inside there. It's like boom, boom.
There's my corner. Some guy from SMT Academy. I forget his name, but real one.
This is awesome. Nick looks mad.
Yeah, he was pissed off. Like when you could tell he's pissed off because you could the first time, like after the first round was over, he had like this like smile on his face, like in the corner. He's like, "Damn, this kid's got a lot of fire." And then like in the second one, he's like, "Fucking kill this kid." I was like, "All right, let's go."
Yeah, because there's a little bit of age difference between you and Nick.
Yeah,
How old's Nick? Probably like 25?
23, 24, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Then yeah, he got me his corner, started landing some strikes, and then my coach is like, he's like, just relax, turn him when you can, but I didn't know how to turn anyone, and that's why I've been like working for my next fight, just a lot more clinch stuff.
A lot more body control.
It's like the only knee I had. And
None of his knees in the clinch though really seem to connect. Is that accurate?
yeah,
They
no,
kind of just
I didn't-
graze your hips.
Yeah, that was like the main focus, just to not let him. And then like I got like really mad at that.
Well, you tried to like push your head over the rope.
Yeah, I didn't like that. That's why I was like, okay, fuck it, whatever. Oy.
Damn.
And then here's a stutter step, and then big.
Damn.
He walked right into that.
Yeah.
Can we roll that back just like a hair just to watch that again?
And this is why I pick him up. It's like you can't
Oh,
need me if I
yeah.
pick you up.
Here, go back a little bit more. Or no, it says, oh, right across the face.
Mm. That was a good kick.
Yeah. So you were leading him in. You had your jab out, and you just were leaving it out there.
Yeah.
Were you trying to calculate your distance?
No, I was trying to get him to put it down, so his
So you
hand-
could use his swat your arm down,
Yeah,
and
to
then
have
just
his
come
hand-
right over the
yeah.
top.
Wow.
Smart.
And that was like the one knee. No, that was the one knee that got me. I was like, okay, yeah, that was a good knee. But
We got you in the chest.
it was like this stomach chest. And then here we go back to fucking falling. But I never been so aggravated because I was like, what the hell? This is Muay Thai. Why am I rolling around on the ground? And I'm gassed again. It's just like, ugh.
This is so much fun to watch. Yeah, so he's just throwing his weight on you to try and
And
gas
this
you
is when
out.
my coach was like, 30 seconds, let's go. He tried coming for like another clinch.
He's so
Oh.
tired right now.
Yeah.
You're just teeing
Yeah,
off on
he's
his
just
head.
Swinging.
But yeah, it was a good fight. But you can see, like, I'm like exhausted. I could barely walk. And I'm like all stumbling. I'm just like, So the end part's always so funny because my friend Chachi, he's like a bigger dude. He always reminds me of that dude from what's that Hawaiian movie?
Lilo and Stitch.
No.
That was a good guess.
He has that. No, it's like
Oh.
Aman or it starts with like an M.
Fuck. I know what you're talking about. Is that,
Iwana or no? What
is that
it?
animated movie? That,
Yeah, it's the animated movie.
With The
Yeah.
Rock?
Yeah, The
Yeah,
Rock.
yeah, yeah.
Moana?
Moana, yeah.
God damn, I never even
He
seen that
reminds
movie.
me of the the dude with the big fish hook.
Dude, you definitely won that match. No question. I know it's exhibition and there's no winners and losers, but there's always a winner. So who's the dude that commented on your thing?
Cash. He's a rapper from Philly.
Let's see this guy. Cash fucking Chamani.
He doesn't have any. Yeah.
Yeah, no posts.
He just posts
Stories or whatever.
dumb shit.
Interesting.
I just played 2K
Zero.
with him.
Zero posts. He got 117,000 followers.
Yeah, and then that was my last fight, but I don't know if you guys want to watch that. I was just basically taking the guy and sweeping him the entire fight. Like in the first 5 seconds, he was on the ground.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Now I'm like going in there. I'm like, oh my god. Remind you, this dude's name is Fabrizio Costa, some Brazilian dude. I'm like, oh my god, straight from Brazil. I'm like, now I go back to my phone. I'm like, what the hell is that?
Yeah, right.
He looks like he's like 150, all tatted up and shit. But
How'd you do in this fight?
really well. But you know, like the guy I fought, I'm like really good friends with. Like this guy, I'm like really close with him. Well, not that close, but me and him are like really friendly with each other. Pause.
Now?
He said,
Same outfit.
hey, sweep the leg.
But then I hate this moment because I'm like walking around like I'm like the biggest thing in MMA. Sit down, you little Connor shit.
You got to have confidence, though.
Yeah.
I don't. That's why I did all that.
There's nothing wrong. They don't know that. You're still fighting.
Yeah.
I'm just doing whatever.
Just throwing spinning kicks and shit.
I don't know what the fuck to do.
Would you say that you had the same amount of confidence coming into your second fight? Or more
No.
confidence? Like you
No,
knew,
I definitely had more confidence my second fight just because I had this one. Same ring, same thing.
yeah, so you kind of like you knew what you were getting into.
Yeah.
Would you say this was a tougher fighter?
No.
That's Logan right there.
He's just shaking his hands around and
Yeah.
throwing kicks like he's not
Yeah.
really.
Yeah, I've been telling him that.
So you're friends with him now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
His like hesitations are a little bit off, and his footwork is a little bad. Just because he's a southpaw and he has his lead foot on the inside all the time. We always try to have it outside just because you have like a better range of striking.
Let's go, Logan.
But I wasn't that striking on this fight because I'm like terrified. I don't even know what's going on. I'm like kicking people's legs out. I tried to like dap him up. But
Yeah.
Was this
he
your
wasn't having it.
was this your first? Was this his first fight too, or?
Yeah, I think this is both our first fight. Yeah, this is my first fight.
He's like, don't fucking throw him like
But
that.
he's like a big Brazilian jiu-jitsu dude.
Yeah, with a name like that, I would hope so.
Yeah,
If
right.
you came
Yeah.
from Brazil and you didn't study anything, you're like, well, what were you doing down there?
Yeah, I'm not that big in the clinch. I kind of just like do that. Just wait for it to get broken up.
Dude, that's awesome.
Do you want to end it with a question? What would he?
Yeah, let's end it on the fight.
Oh wait, can we just go to like the third? Can we just watch the third round real quick?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I have
Totally.
like a really big third round. I mean, the second round, like same thing. I put him to the ground 5 seconds, but
Oh, perfect. Kilmar.
that was
Perfect
really good timing.
Yeah, I don't know.
You
dude.
just do video for a living. It's no big deal.
Yeah, it's whatever.
That's my little cousin.
That girl's like
He's 10. He has his first fight coming up for boxing.
the kid with the glasses.
No. So my cousin, I don't know if you heard him. He was like, "Good job, Logan." He's like 10.
Yeah.
He has his first. Yeah, you heard him again.
Let's go, baby.
His first Muay Thai fight or boxing?
Boxing.
Nice.
He boxes out, but D-boys.
Do you have a lot of fighters in your family?
Yeah.
We got 2 questions then.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we got Logan in the black gloves. Final round. Good fight.
Yeah, that guy, your buddy, what's his name again?
Rob.
The other dude you're fighting?
Fabrizio.
Fabrizio. I was going to say Fabrizio, but I didn't want to insult the guy. He does a lot of like street fighting shit in this thing. He's like moving his head around,
Mm-hmm.
like dashing in and out.
Yeah. And this is when it starts to get all real. This is like the only time I was good in the clinch.
Let's work. It's work time. Let's go.
Superman punch.
I landed like 2 good knees.
Work, Logan.
Then he started punching me. I'm like, all right, let's go.
Oh shit. Mm.
You go back to his corner. You go back to that's awesome.
I didn't realize that until after, but I was
You
like walking
go to his
around.
corner, just beat his chest. That's awesome. I wish we watched this shit before we talk shit on YouTube.
Yo, for real.
Logan in the black gloves. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, this is me like 6 months into my training.
All right.
Chill.
Still like beginning.
Yeah, so you obviously have like fighting ability. You're just getting the techniques
Yeah.
and like honing it in. You have the heart.
Yeah, I'm getting a little sloppy there. So 6 months training.
You look like less tired in this fight, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wasn't really moving that much.
You didn't get caught up in any bullshit clinches either.
Bang, bang.
Yeah.
Good fight. 10 seconds, go!
Big overhand.
Oh,
And then big
shit.
left hook right here.
Oh. Wobbled him.
Yeah.
He felt that.
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
And then there's the same guy from from the other fight. Cause my coach wasn't during this fight either because he was in UFC again.
That's awesome. Good for you.
Damn.
Did you all see him fight?
Good work.
Fabrizio,
Yeah.
in this match?
No. He fought again on the last card.
Maybe.
Might have seen.
We stayed until there was like 5 fights left, I think.
Yeah.
Right? Probably left like 75% of the way through.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he was like 17 or 16. I forget which one he was.
So how often do you rock the cornrows? It looks like you got some flow down there in that tuxedo picture.
Just whenever I want to get my character,
Yeah.
I put the braids on.
Yeah. It's awesome.
It like gives me like a different like mentality. Like the braids just they give me like a big confident boost. So I'm just like
Yeah.
rawr.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Logan the leg, dude. We're gonna make it stick.
Logan the leg.
We got 2 questions for you.
All right.
We asked the question. The one of them you probably already know before because we were talking about before we started. But the first question is, we've talked about this on the podcast before. Is can you take your dad in a fight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only because I feel like you just gas out. So it'd be like,
See what he gasses
Yeah.
out. Can we pull up the clip of us talking about Nick's dad?
Yeah.
Because the dude you fought, our buddy that you fought, unfortunately we couldn't have him on the show because he's busy. But I don't know. It's probably like, can you beat up your dad? Yeah. That's not his dad. I'm like, holy shit, that's his dad.
It's fucking dad, bro.
oh yeah, I met
Literally
his
says,
dad at the
"Happy birthday,
fight.
Pops." Holy shit, the Terminator. You know what I'm saying? No wonder Nick is a fighter. His dad still can kick his ass.
Yeah, right.
If you don't have a tough dad, like you're less of a man.
No, I don't think that's how that works. But
What are you talking about?
by that logic, I guess. I don't
Can
know.
your dad still beat you up?
Nah, I don't think so.
How
I think,
old were you when you think it switched over?
I think just now that I'm thinking about it.
Now?
Yeah.
What, like it happened right now?
Yeah, I feel like my whole life I always felt my dad kick my ass. I remember one time he got real mad at me because I did some bullshit and he grabbed me off the bed and fucking threw me and I swear to God I flew like 20 feet. And I was like,
Yeah, you flew into the next state.
yeah, I was like, I'm never fucking with this man ever again.
So we got the answer to that. How long ago do you think it transitioned for you?
Definitely recently, because like me and him got into an argument before. He put my head through a wall.
Okay. See? I
had to get,
told
like-
you,
I had to
dude.
get like stitches and shit. But
Did you deserve it?
no.
That's a yes.
I mean,
That's a yes.
a little bit. You know.
They braided your hair while you were getting stitches, and
Yeah.
you're like, all right, Dad, round 2. The leg is back.
The leg is back.
And then obviously, if you could fight any animal, you have to beat it up. And you can shrink down it can either shrink to your size or you grow or shrink to their size. What animal would you fight? Do you agree with what, I mean, I guess you could pick giraffe because that's like what we settled on.
There is a giraffe, but there's also like a sloth.
Yeah, but that's
Mhm.
a cop-out. We talked about that. You got to fight like a formidable animal.
A formed. Well, okay.
Like, have you ever seen giraffes fight?
Yeah, they fight with their necks.
Yeah,
like
they're
wing.
beasts. So
Yeah.
you'd have to like, if you could shrink a giraffe down to your size, you could, you know.
I would lay on the floor, start kicking it.
Here he kicks in.
All right.
Our penguins copped out, so.
No,
No,
penguins are
that's
dangerous, dude.
Are they dangerous?
Yeah, penguins are dangerous.
Are they? I feel like their limbs aren't.
Dude, you got a pecker.
Yeah, but
Think about it. If you had to shrink down to a penguin size and fight him,
Well, I think penguins are our size, right? I mean, there's not like the ones that are like. I mean, there's definitely one my size.
well, like you're 5 foot what, 6, 7?
5'7" on a good day.
Yeah, let's go.
yeah.
A 5'7". Can we find this out? Can we find out how tall the tallest penguin is?
I think they grow like pretty high. I think.
Because if there's a 5'7" penguin walking around, I've been living a lot.
I think they're like as tall as humans.
Emperor penguin, 45 inches. That's not that tall.
It's not that tall. It's like three something feet.
It's
4
4'3".
Yeah, I mean,
4'3" to 3 foot, or 3'6" to 4'3".
yeah, I would shrink down to a penguin size. I mean, it's not that much.
But like, look at the like a penguin's got like a chest on it. It probably, you know what? You probably take a penguin.
Yeah.
I'll run up and like tackle it or something. What's it gonna do?
Run up and tackle it. Yeah, you get behind it, choke it out. They can't turn around that fast.
Dude,
can
you
they?
think you could check a neck out on a penguin? Look at
wouldn't
it. It's
even go-
all neck.
I wouldn't even go near its head. I would stay around like his feet. Look,
He'd peck you apart, dude.
He's got no legs.
Just sweep the leg.
Just sweep the leg.
Ancient giant penguins. Can we go down to that?
Where?
A mega penguin? I don't think that's a real thing.
Yeah.
Scroll down.
6'8"?
Scroll down on the left a little bit. Ancient giant penguins found. The remains of an ancient. I love how this is how we're ending the podcast. The remains of an ancient monster penguin have been discovered, and it would have been human-sized and weighed up to 176 pounds. Jesus, the ancient monster penguin would have been 5'3". You still got inches on an ancient monster penguin.
Yeah.
Why do they got to call it ancient monster penguin? Like, how do they know he wasn't like a nice guy?
Yeah.
He's not like a monster or like giant. You know, he's 5'3".
Yeah,
There's like giant sloths. You know, they were huge.
yeah, but they move so slow. It'd be easy to fight a sloth.
Yeah, and yeah.
It'd be easy to fight a sloth. You just wait until he's sleeping. Just come in and just
Guys lacking.
yeah, dude. Make sure there's no holes around.
Yeah.
Call him out in front of Boscov's. That was the most legendary. Like that story is awesome.
Yeah.
It made me laugh so
I hate
hard.
it every day. I walk into school, I see the kid that does it every day. I'm like, I could kill him.
What's his name? Matt.
Matt.
What's his deal? He's got like a lazy eye or something. What do you make fun of him for? You just can't fight.
Yeah, he's just like one of those dudes that like does nothing but like smoke all day and just kind of like chills.
What, he vapes or he smokes weed?
Both.
Oh damn.
Mm.
He's blowing cloud rings. Does he drive like a Subaru?
Probably. He definitely looks like he drives a Subaru.
He looks like he drives a Subaru.
Dude, I've got a theory I've shared with pretty much the whole world that Subaru drivers are the worst drivers.
Really?
Yeah, because they're always like, you ever notice the Subaru commercials are concerned with one thing and one thing only? Safety. And in the Subaru drive, it's always like, our cars are built so well, you can pass it on to your kids.
Yeah, but what
So
about
I have
all,
this-
though?
Yeah, but I have this theory that like a bunch of, kids that just learned how to drive are driving Subarus
Yeah.
with safety features on them so they brake for you. It's like if you're that concerned with making sure the car stops for you,
You shouldn't be driving.
you shouldn't be driving. So I have a theory that it's just terrible drivers because if you're concerned with safety and your car stops for you, you're obviously a terrible driver.
Mm.
Yeah.
Nobody is like paying attention to the road, being like, you know what, I'm going to spend $10,000 extra for the shit that stops. It's like, no, they're like, I'll get a Camry.
Yeah.
I'm going to drive a nice sedan.
Mm-hmm.
No, not a Subaru.
Fucking Subaru Impreza.
Is it all-wheel drive? Where do you live in Colorado? You live in Alaska? Is it snow 40 inches a week here? No. Does it do well in the snow? You mean the 3 days it snows? A year maybe?
Yeah, maybe.
We got like 13 inches of snow over 4 days this year. What do you need a Subaru for? Stay home. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no, I definitely looked for.
Matt sounds like he
all-wheel
drives a
drive.
Subaru.
Drive something.
Holding it back. I mean, your braids are in, so you gotta let it fly.
Yeah, I do.
Nah, he's like harmless. He's like a caterpillar to me at this point. It's just like
Caterpillar.
yeah.
Oh
I mean,
my
what do I
God.
like really like? Like I can't really beef with him. He doesn't do anything. You know, he's just like one of those guys that like I beefed with before. Like
He's past beef.
Yeah, past beef.
kinda like.
Yeah,
I,
he's
I,
like-
I don't like wake up and be like,
Yeah.
that's that guy.
Boss
Dinkelberg, like from Fairly Odd Parents.
and then like after the fight, he actually ended up dating my ex.
Oh.
Which is like, I want to fight him again. But like
Wow.
then again, I was like,
Did you break up with her?
kinda, yeah.
It was a
bad.
mutual breakup. It was pretty much one-sided.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She
Oh, geez.
her hygiene wasn't that great.
Damn.
Oh, my God.
Damn.
Jeez.
Jeez.
That's a reason to break up with a girl when you're going, you know.
Yeah, when you're in high school and stuff.
I mean, in any time.
Mm.
If you're dating someone that can't take care of their like most basic thing,
Mm-hmm.
like if you can't shower, be clean, like you obviously aren't going to do anything else well.
Mm.
Like that's like the most basic thing. When you're a kid, you learn like personal hygiene.
Yeah.
It's like one of the first things you learn.
Shit, shower, shave.
Yeah. Ooh, what?
There
We're on the line here, Gilmar.
we
Let's
go. Yeah, there we go.
All right, cool. So, dude, thanks for coming on.
Thanks
Yeah.
again.
Thanks for
having me.
driving out here. Do you have anything? Where can people find you? Where can we find you on Instagram? Like, where you at?
Yeah, I'm on Instagram as campy_on_my_way 464. That's probably gonna be my main platform. But yeah.
Yeah, you should change your name to Logan the Leg Camp on
Yeah.
there and just play into the fucking haters.
Yeah, I mean, there's my car if you guys did care about that. I don't drive a Subaru.
Oh, what do you drive?
Oh, fucking Audi.
Yeah. Well, it's like a SUV.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Yeah,
You
See,
have-
he made it.
You made it. There
He
you go.
made it, dude.
I did it.
Yeah, so thanks again for coming on. Thanks for everybody listening. I hope this was a good episode. We had a lot of fun on this
Yeah, we
episode. We were very much looking forward to this episode just because like the fight, the shit talking. You seemed like a cool dude, so we knew we were going to have a good time. If you want to follow Logan's rise to professional, I definitely think you're going to be a professional fighter someday. You have the vibe. As long as you don't like lose a leg or something. Stay away from anything that's not fighting.
Yeah.
And dude, just thanks.
Yeah.
So
Thanks.
hit the subscribe button, like button, find Logan. Don't forget about the Alpha Bravo K9 event on April 23rd. There's more than enough time for everybody to make it there. I don't want to hear any excuses. It's Saturday. You got nothing going on anyway if you're listening to this show. So you see us out there. Maybe me and Gilmar will be there shaking hands and probably just eating De Lorenzo's pizza because they're going to be there as well.
Now I'm definitely going when they got pizza.
Yeah, I know.
Pizza and dogs. What's up?
So thanks for joining us.